Hello Internet, I am John, welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris 4.0 Voidforged Exterminators. Last time, we finished our war against this guy over here, and started a bunch of habitats, and did some scouting in this direction. It looks like we're going to be able to get out of our spoke, and other people are going to be able to get into our spoke, and we have a Pacifist neighbor down here. There is still a little more scouting I'd like to do. This branch here, might cross spokes, or who knows what's in there, but at this point, like, we kind of have a good idea of the direction things are going to go in terms of the balance we need to strike between military and economy. We're not locked in and able to just tech up safely, completely. I have kind of a laundry list of small things I want to deal with, but I want to talk about Ascension perks. I think I'm going to go with Interstellar Dominion. I think the Empire size from systems, at this point, we really don't have that many pops. We haven't had that much pop assembly for most of the game. A lot of our Empire size from colonies and planets is almost as big as our Empire size from pops at this point. So my thinking here is we do Interstellar Dominion for the Empire size from systems. We keep expanding. Next tradition, I think we do expansion. I have a bunch of planets I want to take. I have a bunch of space I want to take. And we're going to build a bunch of optimization buildings and lots of districts to use them. Then we do nanotech, maybe domination for the Empire size from districts, and pops reductions. And then the last... expansion, nanotech, domination. The last two, I'm not sure what I want to do with. I think there's a compelling case for unyielding with nanotech for the extra starbase cap, for nanite harvesters, right? If we get 4 more starbases and we place them well, that could potentially be another, 400 or 600 nanites per month, but it's going to be coming up pretty late if it's this late in our tradition order, and those harvesters will take a long time to scale up to those levels, so I'm not sure. I think discovery could still be useful. The minus 20% researcher upkeep, especially with nanite research labs, you can generate huge quantities of nanite upkeep on researchers. I was doing the math and could just kind of like spitballing, and I think you could probably, if you built a nanite world just for research with an optimization building doing almost all the pops, you could probably get like 1,000 nanites per month upkeep on those researchers' base before any reductions, and the minus 20% there would help a lot, especially because nanite planet deficits cost 2.5 points of trade per nanite. So we're also going to need a ton of trade to feed nanite worlds like that, which is also making me consider logistics as potentially one of these last couple traditions. Logistic drones are a lousy job, but if I have optimization buildings working the job rather than pops, I can kind of make it up on volume and not care too much. So I think logistics could be interesting as well, and then naturally Harmony is always a contender for the Empire size from pops reduction, and stability and leader lifespan, and all the decent agendas for leveling the council and things like that, and Statecraft. So like there are a bunch of traditions that I want, but I guess for the time being, I'm gonna go with stuff that reduces Empire size from systems and planets, and just keep expanding. I think that's what we're going to do for now. So, in terms of the big picture, like tradition and Ascension perk picks, here I think we might reshuffle this considerably. One, this is like our highest leverage place to deploy automation, basically, as far as habitats go, because we have both specializations. We don't have to like kind of rely on dubious behavior from Constructibot to get full freight here. And we just have a lot of jobs here. Also, I'm thinking I might swap one or both of these over to administrative hubs. And the reason I want to do that is I really want to get nanotech out, like, soon. So I need more Unity production, right? Like, this science world is kind of like, we still have a bunch of jobs open. Our science production from jobs is moving off of the home world, or the center of mass there is shifting off of the home world, because we don't have we only have the one research district here. Like, it's really only the jobs from the archives here that put this one ahead of this one. And archives give very few researcher jobs, really. So I don't think it'll be that hard to shift our research off. We are almost out of amenities here. I think what we might do is we're going to replace that simulation site with a drone storage. And then if we switch heavy industry over to an administrative, then we can put the simulation site back there, I guess. But we're going to need the amenities. So, also doing automation here will build more districts, or this will unemploy some pops who will move to productive places that have open jobs, like here, or there, or here. And bringing this one up will help us shift alloy off of the capital potentially. So that's something I'm thinking about here. I would like some resource silos around if there's good places to build them. These ones I'm going to build conductive works on these planets to get more generator districts, to automate. Let's see, other things in my notes. We got a bunch of, we don't need the Hunter Seekers here. That's 100 pops, we can put somewhere else. Some of these habitats could use simulation sites. Their build queues are empty, right? Simulation sites is a small amount of unity, which we need. You already have one? No, you don't. Okay. Got that. Resource silos. Did I start one here? I didn't. Yeah. I guess we don't really have another good place to put it yet, but we'll start a resource silos. And then this Starbase. I don't love this. I think, again, here, I might want a forward Starbase with a shipyard. And we could move all of our well, I think 2 shipyards forward, 1 here, and then I don't need 1 here. So we'll switch this over to reprocessors and hydroponics. And then we'll upgrade, I guess this is our choke point, really. And what? Oh, okay. So we'll do that, and we'll put another shipyard there, and maybe some hangars or something. I've been kind of looking at modes. Okay, I was investigating the issues with automodding, and I think there's some truth to them. So if I look at these adaptive frames traits, they're telling me that, maybe more illustrative is here. Right, so we have adaptive frames. We're not really shuffling pops around a whole lot, but we're only getting plus 3% efficiency to researcher jobs, rather than if this logic engines were applied to all of our research pops in the way that it kind of used to work with adaptive frames with a long period of stability, it should be plus 10%. And what's happening here is that adaptive frames is applying 30% of propaganda machines as bonuses to all of my complex drones, and 30% of logic engines bonuses to all of my complex drones. And I think the reason it's doing this more or less is that about 30% of my complex drones are researchers, and about 30% of my complex drones are Unity guys. And then the last 30% is fabricators and replicators that don't have a trait for automodding associated with them. So what's interesting here is that if you look at like well, this isn't the best example, because here, one, we're still getting, kind of pops incoming, but I guess evaluators don't get it. That's interesting. Evaluators continue to be overlooked. But like here, because we're not splitting it, interesting. Yeah, so these complex drones are getting a small fraction here too because there aren't very many of them. But I think in theory what this means is that this is an additional, or having planets or habitats or whatever where all of your specialists, or almost all of your specialists, are of a single type, means that automodding will automod the correct trait onto them at 100% efficiency, and they'll all get that bonus, and you actually get full freight on it. Whereas having a planet like our capital, where we have lots of different kinds of specialists that want different kinds of bonuses, causes automodding to dilute its bonuses. And we can see it here with the menial drones too, where we have the technician bonus is applied at 50% efficiency, and the mining bonus is applied at 50% efficiency, and our tech guys get 7% instead of 15%, and our mining guys get 7% instead of 15%. So I think this is roughly how it's working. This is, it's a significant nerf to automodding, particularly in the early game when you have these kind of mixed planets. I think late game, or later game, once you can start specializing properly and you have less overlap, I think it probably goes back, towards kind of where it was before 4.0. But, sorry, now a little digression, but it's interesting.
Construction complete.
Okay, so here the automation building finished, and now we have unemployment. We will fire up the optimization as well. And this is costing us energy, but we're trading energy for pops, basically. And we're capped at energy anyway.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
I think hydroponics bays pay for themselves pretty quickly.
Construction complete.
So we're starting to fill up these new habitats, which is good, using the pops we squeezed out of the capital, which maybe isn't so good, because the capital designation has pretty good bonuses. I wish it would tell you when you highlight it, moused over here. Yeah, the stability and the resources from jobs are both quite good, but we do need to be kind of spreading about. Our Unity production is up, 50%, and our time to finish a tradition is down from 70 months. This probably looks like, 40 months maybe. But it could be faster.
Anomalous surface variable detected. Technological acquisition successful.
I really want hyperlane breach points. I don't have the crystals to use the extra generators, the extra generator district buildings. FTL inhibitors are great. Right now, I'm not in a position where I really need the defense. And this is a prereq for hyper relays, which I care a lot about. Wow, okay, yeah, this is all industry stuff. Two of these, I realized last time we researched the menial drone bonus that opens the robot stuff, and these both follow on from that, and we've diluted our engineering draw pool. So that's a bummer. This is kind of an important tech for opening orbital relay, orbital ring habitation modules as a follow-on from this tech. So we definitely want this. This one, I'm not sure I care that much. I mean, upgraded drone storage we may want eventually, but I don't have crystals for it yet. Robomodding, leader lifespan, not super important to me. I think maybe we do the reclamation plants. And these finished, so we can build more generator districts on these planets. Why'd you no build? I guess the automation decided
System
to...
survey complete.
Yeah. Wow, what a system! This guy was going to be a governor. He's got 2 governor traits already. Actually, no, that's silly. Well, let's take this one. So the fleet's back here. We'll do the upgrade, merge them back up. I think we might go clear out some of these
Ship
crystalline
augmentations completed.
dudes. Okay, so at this point we actually have maintenance drones, and right, so we're getting the jobs here. We want to turn back down. They're done building. I wish there were a button that was like, only do automation, don't work jobs. But now we have 0 jobs. Okay, we have 120 jobs. And 1,000 maintenance drones. Now is a good time to build stuff.
System survey complete.
Full on.
Construction complete.
Influence. Kind of don't care. It's fine.
Construction complete. Anomalous surface variable detected.
Okay, so they're building outposts here.
System survey complete.
Again, I'm happy to let them
Assets engaged.
come to us. Lost 2. So here we're producing 70 alloys a month. So that's our entire surplus, basically. But this means that this about covers our upkeep needs. So that's good. How are we doing on unemployment? We still have some maintenance drones around. And 200 jobs. Yeah, about 200 jobs. So we can build more.
Construction complete.
Foundry, again, in order to be able to shift this to administrative. Again, not sure this is the best move, but I think expansion is fine. And this is the node we most care about. Starbase upkeep helps for running lots of... Okay, so we're on 40 months for tradition. Starbase upkeep helps for feeding nanite harvesters. And pop growth isn't bad. So.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
I'm surprised they haven't completed first contact with us yet.
Construction complete. Anomalous surface variable detected.
We're getting more precursors, so that's good. Will it be enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Technological acquisition
So we'll get most of the way there.
successful.
We might have to finish it with gas refineries. We cannot pass up. Starhold would also be really good, but you can't pass up the refinery techs when you draw them. Not anymore. We will need to remove these buildings maybe to make room for them.
System survey complete.
Okay, I think we'll pull him back. We still have surveying to do over here. When they finish the first contact, they, will probably close borders and banish him.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Yeah, we can just kind of close this up. These aren't fantastic, but it'll make it easier to kind of see what we're doing here.
Council agenda ready.
Plus 72. I don't have anything I want here.
Technological acquisition successful. Construction complete.
Job efficiency bonus from upgraded capitals is an interesting idea. I think all habitat capitals count for like the first level of it, maybe not for the second level of it. I think we do it. I think we're okay on naval cap for now. Network junctions are pretty good, but we don't have the crystals to feed them. And Starbase capacity would be useful for trade or for energy or naval cap or shipyards or whatnot, but I think that this is a pretty good tech.
Construction complete.
So we still have some unemployment. Oh, I wasn't a cap. Oops. Resource silos. Move the cap up. It's just a long way to go to survey one system.
Construction complete.
And I recognize it's kind of a crazy move, but I think it's not a bad move if we really want to get nanotech out.
Technological acquisition successful.
Mote harvesting, not what I'm looking for. Out of this slot, I think we do fusion. I don't care about plasma. I don't care about mote harvesting. Research station output is not that important.
Construction
And I think we keep
complete.
building these because we're gonna need to get rid of these buildings as refineries come out. So we'll lose some capacity there. Medical side effects. I don't care a whole lot about UV lasers. It's probably worth more than... how many pops are we looking at here? I don't want to extinct them. 1,000. That's a tenth of their population. I mean, I don't want to extinct them before I've extracted everything we could learn from their
Construction complete.
primitive ways.
Construction complete. Alert. Non-standard space entity encountered.
Okay. Shardlings. What are we upgrading here? Not sure. Oh, the hyperdrives. Okay, yeah, I like hyperdrive upgrades. I'm happy to do that.
System survey complete. Construction complete. Anomalous surface variable detected.
Okay. This is presumably our pacifist neighbors. Yep. Come on, let's see borders. You, what?
Ship augmentations completed.
Weird, it's not
Anomalous
drawing
surface
borders.
variable
Okay.
detected.
Goodness, that took a while. So they have this whole cluster, so that's probably not Marauders then, so that's nice. That's pretty good.
Construction complete. Construction complete. System survey complete.
Still have some unemployment. How's the alloys looking? 40? I can live with 40. We could do like one more of these districts. And that's 150 pops or something. And then I think we want more unity in science.
Council agenda available.
Is that favorite society coming back out? Sure, we can fire Finding the Voice, and that will help us push nanotech out and then start favorite society again. I'm okay with that.
System survey complete. Technological acquisition successful.
Fusion reactors, chemical plants. Can't pass up chemical plants.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Still unemployment. Or underemployment. We are our energy surplus is falling a little bit as we expand unity production. We can do that. Yeah, okay. Should keep us in good stead for a while.
Technological acquisition.
Right, and we were going to
successful.
build a simulation site there, and we could put 2 more uplink nodes in there. We have the pops for it. Gas refineries. We have an extra research alternative now, so that's great. I think I do want this. At some point, we're going to want to reform out of Constructibot. And fusion missiles are also kind of tempting, though. But having the ability to specialize districts without needing Constructibot is good. It's just nice to also not need right at the beginning of the game.
Construction complete.
Empire size reductions, 30 points. Rivalry, okay.
Acquisition
Don't care.
successful.
Ceramo Metal. Build speed, development speed. This tier 2 labs I'm less sure about than the tier 1 labs. The tier 1 labs are amazing. Here, we have gas now. So we could actually, I mean, we don't have it yet. We haven't built it, but we should, so that's a good reminder. So we could actually run these labs. It's 1 extra point of base output. It's a fair bit of extra upkeep versus build speed and development speed and habitat max districts. This kind of isn't a problem I have yet, whereas putting out more science is a problem that I have yet.
System survey complete.
I wonder how much intel I need for, like, some of this stuff. We can go clear these shardlings out. That's a reasonable use of our fleet. We're just kind of sitting here waiting.
Construction complete.
Okay, there's some intel. Okay, so they are inferior, which means that their fleet is, I think, less than 2/3, but more than 1/3 the size of our fleet. So we could probably just go hit them if we really wanted to. They have a ruined matter decompressor. That's kind of interesting. Okay, and this bends back that way.
Complete.
Probably not across. Here comes the gas. 23 gas per month. So yeah, we'll definitely be able to run the lab. That's not a... We have... 500, so we're talking about 2.5 points of gas upkeep per month.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
This upgrade isn't very important, it's just fusion power.
Complete.
Okay, not a terrible system. We could start doing anomalies. He has a survey speed. You have survey speed, you have anomaly research speed. Okay, so we should swap these guys. If I'm gonna start doing anomalies. I don't know, I haven't really... Some of the anomalies give science output based on your current monthly science income. And for those, you usually want to boost your science output up a bunch before you do them. Let's just go check real quick. See if see if this actually does cross or open up or anything. Anything interesting back here?
Technological acquisition successful.
Chemical plants, Astral Harvesting, or Quantum Relations. I think we do the physics upgrade. This is also good, and I do want to get that whole Astral thing rolling. For hyper relays, for one thing, but it's hard to pass up the labs. And then we will need chemical plants. We still have some unemployment. I'm surprised.
Construction complete.
Looking pretty dead-endy back here.
Technological acquisition successful.
Starholds or improved Strikecraft? I think we do Starholds. I think that lets us cover our trade deficit and a number of other things.
Alert. Non-standard space entity encountered. System survey complete.
Shardlings, I mean, we can just clear them over here. I'm hoping they'll expand to us here, and we can just save ourselves the work.
Alert.
Okay, so this is a
Non-standard
new...
space entity encountered.
something new out here. Because I'm not actually seeing like a new species or anything. So I don't know where that came from, why we're getting that.
Hostile fleet assets engage.
I've got some... We might take casualties doing that. I don't particularly care. So let's just bring them back to the Starbase, repair up. We can do I think the fusion upgrade should be quick. The reinforcements will arrive, and then we can go hit these guys. They have no defensive pact. Let's keep it that way.
Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction.
I don't really want to spend scientist time on that.
Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
So I do actually prefer a number of maintenance drones around. That Empire size from Pops is creeping up.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
Well, I guess we're not going to see who's on the other side, but somebody's over there. Yeah, we can survey. We'll just set him to auto survey for now. I'll do this branch. We could have put it one more forward. Would have saved us some trouble there. Anything good asset-wise? Subterfuge and government. I think that gives us a +4 on steel tech, right? Yeah, I mean, we might finish it before we hit him. Or before we finish him off. I think we want the one that just gives a deposit, because this is space we're going to take and hold for a long time. I think the other option gives, like, a pile of research all at once, which is fine, but more useful if it's not a system you're going to hold long term.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Wow, 12 all on one? That's on the star? I don't think you can build Dyson swarms on pulsars, but boy. What if you could, though? Faculty of Archaeo Studies, I think they nerfed a little bit. I think now it does actually only give minor artifacts on relic worlds, and we don't have one yet, so not super useful. I like battle simulators. I like Naval Logistics Offices. We have plenty of naval cap. Bioreactors are trash, so I think we do that one.
Construction complete.
How much would it cost to build just a whole nother Corvette fleet? Nope. No. Why is that even still here? Yeah, okay, so I could afford it, just barely. We might do that. I think we do want at least part of it. There's basically no reason to choose the cut 'em loose option, because the penalty it gives is the same as panicked operatives, except it's 100%.
System
I don't.
survey complete.
The espionage events are terribly designed.
Technological acquisition successful.
We can do these. At this point, FTL inhibitors, preventing them from getting back into our core space behind a starbase, that could be good. Mote harvesting is just such a small quantity of motes versus refining now that it doesn't matter. The research app will be fine, but nope. Let's do FTL inhibitors. And then we need to actually build the upgraded labs. We could do it here, but we're doing so little tech here that I don't know that it's worth it.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Okay. So then we can do synthetic age. We can start the transformation situation. 2247. I mean, it's not super duper fast, but it's faster than I usually get it. At this point, having a big pile of Unity going into, or coming out of the transformation situation and being able to just blast out a whole bunch of the Ascension traditions really fast is nice.
Technological acquisition
Particularly
successful.
Consume World. Ion Thruster is really good. Getting the extra sublight speed. I think we'll do that. Yeah, we can do some Starbase upgrades. Particularly, our choke point, Bastion choke point, and our main shipyard. Reasonable.
Diplomatic alert.
There's a good chance they like come around the side at us or something, which is part of why I want the second fleet. We can even move it forward. I bet their main fleet is not very threatening. The bonuses from the deposits from nanites is not very big. It's not really kind of worth spending the extra time on. And again, we're just kind of, we want to get on top of their capital, we want to get on top of their fleet. We can come back and capture all this backcountry later.
Construction complete. Hostile stationary asset engaged.
Architectural focus 2 gives upkeep reductions and more cost reductions and such. Build cost 10%, 10%. So it's mostly an upkeep reduction and a build speed reduction. That's fine. I love upkeep reductions for all of our automation buildings. Defense platform stuff, pass. Give me just more naval cap.
System survey complete. Alert. Hostile fleet
perfect.
assets
Agenda ready.
Here we go. So let's just go at them over there while they just came out of the.
Hostile fleet assets engaged. Anomalous surface variable
Okay,
detected.
so what do we get? Coil gun, ion thrusters. All right, not And how much we lose? Nothing. And we did about 30% casualties. Maybe let's. No, not you. So he's doing anomalies, he's doing surveying. I would rather lose my surveyor than my anomalies guy.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
What do we get? Ion thrusters progress. Hey, that's fine. .167 armies. First contact. What? Where? Okay. Not sure. That's not great. So I guess we'll do correctional dissection next.
Council agenda ready.
We could hang out here and repair for a minute. But again, I really want to get like on top of their shipyard.
Construction.
And that's small enough that we can just like, go land armies. And then we can start mustering armies there too. Okay, yep, here they are. Well, here's some of them. That's not the whole fleet. There's something else here. Okay, so this is Caravaneers, who we just met probably. Where was that? Yeah, we can just do that one. They have some destroyers too.
Alert. Station engaged.
Main planet, not a whole lot of armies either. Oh, that is one nice feature about having this shipyard still in our main sector, or having this bastion in our main sector, is that we can queue armies to here, and they'll get distributed nicely.
Technological acquisition successful.
There's something interesting I've noticed, where if you hit repair, sometimes it'll send them elsewhere, but if you just click on the Starbase and send them there, sometimes they'll start healing immediately. These tier 3 labs are quite expensive, and the job efficiency is a nice bonus, but yeah, I want the supply depot and the theorem facility, because that's the same job efficiency bonus as the tier 3 lab, but it's to all researcher types from one building for less research. So that's a really good one. And then the upkeep reducing building is also not bad. Admiral, always.
Hostile stationary asset.
What do we got? Okay, we got fleets. Not sure if that was armies or...
Construction complete.
Yeah, sure, catch the armies too if you can.
Hostile fleet assets engaged.
Okay. Just free war exhaustion. Actually, no, we should go. That's much of their fleet at this point. And that will be getting in the way of our armies and our attempts at stealing tech.
Fleet assets detected.
Modularity, again, yeah, not a super high priority. The important thing is that we get some living metal so that we can buy more.
Hostile stationary asset engaged. Technological acquisition successful.
This could get a little dodgy with them here. Okay, battle simulators, Naval Logistics Office. I think some of these starbases are, finishing the upgrades. I like battle frames. Starbase cap would also not be bad, because we are picking up a bunch more starbases. Destroyer cost, don't care. This is, again, important later for orbital rings, improved Strikecraft. Would be really nice when we draw carriers, or when we draw cruisers, which will be fairly soon here, probably. What I really want is the upgraded engineering lab, the tier 2 engineering lab. Okay, so we have enough for a tradition, but we can't start it yet because we're still doing the situation.
Construction complete.
Still some maintenance drones. What do I need? Tech would be good. Unit would be good. I'm okay on alloys. Let's build tech. And then we'll throw down some of the upgrades when they become available. Okay, at this point we're okay. We can, the armies will get through. The science ship will get through.
Hostile fleet assets engaged. Hostile stationary asset engaged.
Encountering Taramata. This is a science ship who has open borders with the Pacifists or something. Negligible army. There's armies there as well. Here we'll do kind of the usual thing. Wow, that's really... It's all blocked generator districts. That's a bummer. I don't want anything on this planet. I guess we could do like double commercial districts full of trade hubs and a optimization building. But I don't need a bunch of building slots for that. Oh, okay. It was just blocked by max number of districts on the planet because this is a size 13 world, which is very small. Okay, so not healing yet, but as soon as it comes back online, they will.
Council agenda ready.
We will fire it and do correctional bisection, because I don't want this at all. And there we go. Okay, here's 1800. And they're about to jump in, so we can be waiting for them right at the wormhole, or right at the jump point.
Technological acquisition successful.
Command Core, we still are drawing just lousy traits here. This unity from jobs is not very good compared to the governor trait that scales it with level. We do have a bunch of habitals we're going to need to colonize. What's that? 10%? 33.25. So it's mostly an automatic resettlement chance bonus, which honestly is kind of okay. Resources of jobs is certainly not bad either. I guess we'll... what I want is to, like, leave slots open for new traits. I don't want to, like, make it so I can't add a third, tier 2 trait and fail to draw architectural focus as a result of not having slots for it. Okay, here is Disruptors. We'll do that. We'll build the depots and theorem facilities. How's our gas production? It's fine. We have plenty. We'll fight this engagement. Is our scientist actually doing anything? He is not. At this point, it's just coil guns, though. So, not really important. I mean, we almost don't want to research that salvage, then. We have stuff we can survey. Oh, no, it's occupied. Come on through! Yeah! Not the casualties I might have hoped for. I don't know if it cancels the upgrade if they run out of pops. I don't want those. We can keep the commercial nexus around, I guess. Because again, automation on commercial nexuses is like kind of okay. Certainly better than working it manually. Did we already start that way? We did not start yet. I don't know that I want it there yet. We'll do it on the generators. How's this one coming along? No, not far at all. Time slows down at war. Yeah, let's see if we can get on top of that fleet before they heal up.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
Oh, they are healing.
Construction complete.
Go, go.
Construction complete. Ship fragments dissected.
Yeah, still not getting the wipes. That's a bummer. I really don't know which of these we want. Did they finish it? Their armies are still anemic.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
I guess I should look here too. Oh, that would be zero. That would be a quick landing. Yeah, we can bring the other armies forward.
Ship fragments dissected. Hostiles.
Oh, that took it back. I guess we can sneak by, though? Yeah, right. Interesting. But they didn't take back the Starbase.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
How much do they have at this point, do we think? I don't think we had a really good count on their initial corvettes. Yeah. I wonder if we can do some Diploweight math. Yeah, okay. So they have 70 fleet power, Diploweight from fleet power, and it's 40 points of fleet power per point of Diploweight. So 40 times 70 is 2,800. So they still have, really? That seems like a lot. That's more than I expected. I'm just kind of thinking, like, should I pull the second fleet forward?
Ground invasion units have achieved all.
Okay, so that's their capital, though. So that should put a damper on their economy. Wow, and they built all these generator districts for us. That was so nice of them. I mean, we could get really disgusting and put, like, weird. Why can't I do the... Oh, yeah, generator support here. I don't know that I want to do that. So generator support is kind of hard to reason about. The math is a little tricky to be like, it's either too much trade or too much upkeep or... Why do I have aggregate? Okay, yeah, we definitely need those. Again, we can rebuild it. We have plenty of minerals. If we decide we need the city districts, we'll build them. Surprisingly, we still have some maintenance drones around. I'm really curious where their fleet is. This one, the bonuses from virtuality, it's just a lot of like flat energy income plus some dark matter. Both of which are pretty good. So I'm kind of okay doing the full version. Yeah, the crime was gonna happen. It'll be fine once they're purged. Officials leveling, we will take efficiency loop, we have no need for delegates.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated. Ship augmentations completed.
So we're approaching our starbase cap just on captured starbases. What do they got? Anything good? Okay, that's why my naval cap is exploding, is from anchorages. Oh, give me the starbase. Oh, that is the starbase.
Construction complete.
I think we do pull the second fleet forward.
Engaged.
I mean, if their fleet is 2.8k, the starbase would probably hold them, especially with one more hangar bay. And a comms chamber, maybe. We'll do the upgrade, and then we'll just stuff these full of logistics hubs. And we'll make it a machine nexus here. Okay, it looks like I was building towards like just kind of small generator production. Size 25. So we'll have to find something else to do with it besides just that, but that's fine. We can do generators for now. It's a lot of blockers.
Technological acquisition successful.
There's disruptors. Here's basic combat roles. We can't steal it. Yeah, again, we're just kind of keep putting off astral stuff. But yeah, so anyway, we got their capital. We'll have to clean up their starbases a little bit, and then like come back through and fix this up. I think we probably want a 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be out of sector if we put it there. If we put it here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this is a good sector capital. On that basis, at least. And then I guess we need another governor. Official with upkeep production? Sure. Yeah, so anyway, it's 2250. We're halfway through the transformation situation. When it finishes, we'll have enough unity for 2 or 3 traditions, I think. We'll be able to get consume worlds immediately, and then just start consuming these worlds we're taking into nanite worlds, which are like worse machine worlds, but machine worlds are awesome now, so like slightly worse than awesome is still pretty darn good, especially when they're free. So that's what we're gonna do. And then apply optimization buildings to districts that get large number of jobs. So, yeah. Thank you for watching.